What's going on out there, YouTube? Welcome back to another episode of Caveman Mods. Today, I'm going to show you guys how to customize your switch panel. And, oh, sorry about that. Still doing this on my phone, though I do got a new phone. Sorry, I'm in my office this time. It's raining outside. There really ain't no point for me to be out there doing this anyways. Plus, it's a rainy day, and it's already dark outside, so we'll go ahead and get this video kicked off. But primarily, that's what we're going to do. Customize this switch panel, and I'm going to show you somewhat how we're going to go about doing it. So without further ado, I'll get you flipped around here. Alright, well, here's my switch panel. Of course, I got 4 gauges that go over here. My air brakes go down there. These 2 over here were supposed to be my cruise control, but actually they were over on this side. See, this truck had a bunch of extra switches on this, and I did away with a bunch of them, so I filled all these holes in with JB Weld, body filled the other side. So, of course, you had all these holes here, there, here, and that one over here, this one, that's filled with these 2. That was my original cruise control, but my truck is, it's a fully mechanical engine, so there's no cruise control. So, anyways, these 2 now are going to get used for my windows, and the rest of these will be my headlights, clearance lights, auxiliary lights, engine fan, and a couple other ones. Of course, these are for my 5th wheel slide and all that, and my suspension. And then these ones down here are going to be, well, these 2 are going to be for wipers, and the dimmer for the panel, air brakes. I don't remember what goes here. These are supposed to be, these 2 are going to be my engine brake, the selector. This is the engine fan, actually. And these 3 heated mirrors, the power mirrors, which I don't have anyways. And I think these 2 actually are supposed to be other auxiliary lights. But the way I'm going to set it up is all my auxiliary lights are going to be on the top. All my lights are going to be on the top all the way across. So, of course, you could tell this thing did have wood grain on it at one point in time. So what I did was I took a rag. I let it sit. I didn't film any of this, but I let a rag sit on top of this and doused it in a lacquer thinner and let it sit for about 30 minutes. And then took and started wiping it off. And I had to do it 2 or 3 times to each panel to get it nice and clean. Of course, you can see I got orange peel in it, and I don't really care. I mean, I'm not making a show truck, so I mean, that's good enough for me. And for some reason, the paint come out a little darker right there and right there. But, and of course, you can see right here, I got a little scuff right there, but my bezel for my gauges are going to cover that, so I don't care. So anyways, what I'm going to show you is, originally, if you've ever taken your lights apart, you're going to find, or your dash panel apart, you're going to find this apparatus in there. And this is where a light goes, actually. And essentially what it does is all these lines that come out of the side are supposed to come out of the sides right here are fiber optics, which go to all these, which is your indicators, or what tells you what each one of them are. Okay, we're going to replace all that fiber optics with this strip LED. So we're going to have blue lights running behind each one of these. That way you can see what each one of them are. But now that I've painted this, it's all clear coated, it's ready to go. It's been drying for the last few days, so it's definitely ready. What I've had to do, you can see in here, I've had to clean up these holes. I've already got this top row pretty much done, but I'm still working on these ones. You see all that grit down inside of there. You got to get that out, because what's going to happen, you go to put this inside that hole with all that grit, it's going to squeeze it together, and then it's going to look like that, and that don't look right. So when you go to put these on, of course these fit right over that. So when you go to put them on, they don't really want to fit right. It's too snug. So we're going to go ahead and try to get you set up here and try to show you how I'm going to do this. Actually, I'll just leave you rolling here. I'm going to do this one-handed. Of course, you just got a pocket knife. And if you've painted this, I'm going to tell you right now, when you're doing this, you kind of want to be careful, because you do not want to chip this paint and have to do this over again. So when you're I'm going to take that whole edge right there. I'm going to take all that off. But when you're doing it, you don't want to do it on an upward stroke because that'll chip the paint. You're going to go down. Do it one way. Do it another way. Make sure you got it all. Same that way. Same that way. And you want to be careful with this, because in the end, you know, you probably put a lot of work into this whenever you got into this point. I know I have. Not necessarily, well, I mean, I've probably got 3 or 4 hours into this panel, maybe a little bit more, I don't know. But you know, I like to make sure my effort's not wasted, and I hate doing things multiple times. So I don't want to turn around and end up having to do this over and over again. Lord knows I don't want to paint this again. So like I said, just be careful and be patient, and it will all come out in the end. You know, I only got a few more of these to do, so I'm going to get these all cleaned up, and I'll get back with you guys here in a moment. Alright guys, I'm back. Alright, we got them all cleaned up. This camera won't focus. I don't know what's up. Maybe if I put it down. There you go. Okay, yes, so I got them all cleaned up. I even went ahead and cleaned up all these little holes and everything right in here, because once I put all this stuff together on this, it's going to be a little bit of a pain in the ass to try to get them cleaned up. So I figured I'd go ahead and get them cleaned up right now. For the most part, I got the biggest majority of it out, and that's kind of what you want. I mean, it ain't going to be perfect, and I don't really care for it to be. So we're going to start with taking these tabs, and you want to see that little opening right there at the bottom. They go right in there. Boom. They pop straight in. Actually, they don't really even pop in. They just kind of go in there. While you got all this stuff apart, I would highly recommend get you a toothbrush and clean these things up, man. If you guys would have seen the funk that I got out of this by cleaning these things up, you would be amazed. So yeah, like I said, that little tab goes to the bottom. We'll pop all these in here. They're not the tightest, but they'll eventually tighten up. You kind of want to make sure they're a little dry. I mean, they ain't got to be super dry, but yeah, so they're not that tight in there just at the moment. But that little bit right, that little bit right there like that, you know, that'll be fine. It's not that big a deal. This will still pop over that, and that'll help lock it into place. So, not a big deal. Like I said, you just want to make sure you got the biggest majority of the water out of them. It ain't got to be super dry. While I got you guys on here, go ahead and put it out there. You know, I haven't made any videos here in a while, and the biggest reason is because there was a storm that come through my neighborhood back in October 26th, I believe it was. And it messed some stuff up around here pretty bad. I had a bunch of work I had to get done to my roof, and actually I had a bunch of work I had to do to my roof. My insurance gave me some money out of the deal, but it wasn't a lot. So if you guys know anything about that, you know, it's a bit of a pain in the ass to try to deal with the insurance companies, but I ain't really got nothing bad to say about mine. My insurance lady's the greatest. I'll never go anywhere else, and if you're listening, you're watching this, I freaking love you, lady. Her name's Danielle Stack. Shout out to her. She works for Farmers Insurance out of Clarksville, Tennessee. Yeah, she's the greatest. So, yeah, anyways, I had a bunch of work I had to do to the house, and that's kind of predominantly what I've been doing the last few months. Trying to get that straightened up. I haven't really spent much time messing with the truck, so I have, in these last couple weeks, got some things done on the truck. And I haven't been recording anything because I'm kind of in a time crunch to try to get this truck done, and eventually I'm going to run out of content for you guys, so I figure I'll just go ahead and try to get it done the best I can, or while I can. So anyways, you know, a little tedious putting all these in, but some of them snap in really good, some of them not so good. That one, see, that one's not looking pretty, but it'll be fine. The tighter it is in there, the more these are going to be locked in. So, because like I said, these have a little lip on the back of them right here, and they slide into that right there, like so. I don't want to put it all the way on there yet, but so yeah, got all them in, at least the best I can now, and I may pop that one back out and see what's up with that, because you don't really want it to look like that. So, hold on, let me pop that one out and try to get it straightened out a little bit. Well, son of a bitch. Popped it out and look what happened. Pardon my language, guys. Yeah. The biggest majority of it will be covered by that when I put that on there, so it'll be fine. My phone zoomed. Oh yeah, that's what was going on. That's why it looks so weird. Yeah, my phone was zoomed in. Sorry about that. So yeah, when I pop that on, it'll cover the biggest majority of it. You'll see a tiny little piece, but man, I ain't worried about it. That's good enough. So anyways, what we're gonna do next is you could do two different things here. And you could do this two different ways, actually. So I'm going to explain this to you first, and then I'll let you know what I'm going to do. You could take these. These are all the strips that had all the labels and stuff on it. You can cut these and use the what do you call them? Damn it, sorry. You could use this fiber optic cable if you'd like. Me, I'm not going to do that. I think it's too much. So I'm going to go ahead and get all these put in, and then I'll let you know what I'm going to do from here. I'll show you how I did it. How about that? Alright guys, I'm back. So far this is what I got. You know, my headlights, clearance lights, auxiliary lights, load lamps, fuel. This one's blank right now. This one's going to actually be my fog lights. I may swap these, put my fuel over here and whatever. Actually may put my fogs right here and move these all over one. But anyways, engine brake, fan, heated mirror, ether, hotline, fifth wheel, axle diff, dump valve, panel lights, and the wipers. So I got all them in there right now. So I'll show you kind of what I did. Of course, you see I got this big old roll of strip LED here. So first thing you're going to want to do is, you got those labels all put together on these. These are glued together. The labels are glued on top of this, but that fiber optic cable runs right, I don't know if you can really see it. There's kind of an indentation on this, but that fiber optic cable runs right inside of that little groove, and they're all glued together as one piece. Okay, kind of like this. Oh hey, spotlight. I might put my spotlight up there. Yeah, I may just do that. Yeah, I'll probably do that really quick. That way I got something written there, because that's the only blank one I got, and I don't like it. So, yeah, my spotlight will actually end up being my fog lights. But anyways, so what I'm going to end up doing, or what I ended up doing, sorry. You see this little wire I got running out here. You separate those, okay? You slide all these labels into these grooves first. And once you get them all slid in, you're going to want to come in here. I should pull that way so it's nice and flat, because I'm going to run some tape across this just to ensure that this all stays right where I want it to. But you run your LED lights, you tuck them down inside this little lip right here on these. Oh, right there, boom. Tuck them inside that lip, And push them down in there nice and tight. And that's why you want to run tape over top of this when it's all said and done. You don't really want to take the tape off the back of these, because if you do that, then it's going to be a little bit of a pain in the ass to get them down in there. So my advice to you is to leave this strip tape on. Now, that being said, you could probably go through here, pry this up and take it all off now, and then when you run your tape across it, it'll probably work out a little bit better. But you're going to have a little bit of excess. You know, I can cut this right there. Matter of fact, I'm going to go ahead and do that. Which, we'll see if these scissors will do it. Yeah, I didn't think they would. I got little kitty scissors here. Let me get this cut really fast. Alright, so boom, I got it cut. And while we're here, I don't know what happened, but while we're here, I'll kind of give you guys a little preview of what this looks like when it's all lit up now. So, hold on a second. I'm going to have to get back to you because I've only got one hand. I got to hold all these wires in, so I have to twist them on there. Give me a second. Alright, so at the end of the day, this is kind of what you're going to end up with. Which, they're lit up. You know, you can really see them good, so that's what I was going for. And like I said, I'm going to change this one out right here. Put my fuel over on the very end, and I move my load lamp over one. Put my floodlights right here where the load lamp is. So I'll go ahead and get that done and get back to you and show you what it looks like here in just a second. Alright guys, so now I got it all set up. I left my auxiliary lights here, load lamp there, spotlight, and damn it, now I want to switch these two. Yeah, I'm going to do that. Alright guys, so now boom, now I got it straightened out the way I'd like it. And I'll show you what it looks like once we put all these in here. You hear them pop in and everything is locked into place now. So I got a whole bunch of these to put on here. And trust me when I say they're fun to get on. So let me use both of my hands. I'll get this turned off and I'll get back with you when I get finished with it. I don't know what I did, but somehow I stopped that video. But anyways, yeah, I like the way it come out. It looks good. You can read them. Headlights, clearance lights, auxiliary lights, spotlight, load light, fuel, axle differential, engine brake, fan, heated mirror, ether, hotline, fifth wheel, dump valve, panel lamps, and windshield washers. So yeah, they look good. I like them. And of course, all my lights that are going into my gauges, they're all also going to be blue. All my lights coming from under my truck, you know, I got underglow. It's going to be blue LEDs. And then all the underglow, everything that's going to be inside the cab itself, it's going to be blue LED also. So it's going to look good, man. Well, this is just about a wrap for this video, guys. Let me get this flipped around. So yeah, this is a wrap for this video. Tell you guys, I appreciate you watching. If you would, do me a favor, comment, subscribe, share, tell your friends about me. You know, apologize for not putting any videos out anytime here soon. It's been a few months. You know, I've had a lot going on. I actually changed jobs as well, so now I'm flatbedding, driving a Peterbilt 379, not driving that Volvo I was in, and that's kind of got me motivated to get pushed forward on what I was doing with this truck. So at the end of the day, you know, I'm trying to get a bunch of stuff done. I still got a bunch of work to finish doing with it. I got a bunch of electrical work done. The cab, where the wire harness goes from the cab to the sleeper, it wasn't even connected in any way. I don't know what the guy was thinking who did that. There was a bunch of other stuff we've done to it. So anyways, like I said, guys, this is going to be a wrap for this video. Just wanted to show you how to do that. I know some guys are curious how that's done, and that's how you do it the right way. So if you would, like I said, comment, share, subscribe, and let me know how I'm doing, guys. Again, I'm going to try to get back to putting some videos out there. You guys take care and have a great day.